up, YouTube?
Please, God, don't fucking do this shit. Fuck.
YouTube fail.
Don't fucking do that.
Back with another YouTube video.
Fuck.
That's like everyone I've seen you watch mixed together.
No, it's not.
What's up, YouTube?
Because they say, what's up, YouTube? I immediately click off that shit. Like, what the fuck? Shut up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mia. His name is Malcolm. We're together.
Start the fucking video.
No, seriously. Okay, relationships. Woo, relationships. We're gonna do a video. Oh, wait, no. I'm not gonna tell. Okay, anyway, this video is about relationship advice. We're gonna give y'all some because we're engaged and you're single and never gonna be married.
And this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow. No.
You're never gonna find a relationship if you think the way you do. No, don't look at the camera like, how do you know how I think? I know. Why you single then? Why you watching this video? Oh, okay. Because you need some relationship advice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on Reddit and sites like that, and then we're gonna read different situations and problems people have. And we're going to give our input on them. We've been together for long enough for y'all to care about our opinions, okay? And if you want to put something in the comments and we can answer those questions on another video, feel free to. Because we love y'all. And we want y'all to have love like we got love. Right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want y'all to be in love. So let's get started.
Anyway. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so Alright, so the first one we're looking at is I don't know yet. I don't really pick one. Okay, let's take.
I want to read it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So it says boyfriend 22 has weird hot What are you doing, babe? Has weird hot takes on the female body. Oh, that post has been removed. Give us a second. He should have been prepared, but he wasn't. So, ooh. Okay, let's read this one. Okay. My 28-year-old female best friend cheated, and I know. Throwaway and on mobile, sorry. Okay, anyway. My best friend cheated on her spouse with an old fling that has used and abused her from day one. She was never able to fully let him go, despite being in her current relationship for 3 damn years. A few months ago, she went over to his house, told her husband she was going to a friend's house, and they ended up sleeping together. He, of course, ghosted her immediately, that's his MO, and she was deeply hurt, but now she's feeling great. She feels like she got the closure she needed from the sexy time they had, and she feels like she's moving on, planning her wedding, because, COVID had ruined their wedding plans, so they kind of, a small event just to make things legal and stuff like that. Anyway, and, I was her maid of honor. So here's the thing, though. The guilt was eating me alive. My husband and I were very close with her and hers, and every time I see her husband, I feel terrible for knowing something like this and not telling him. My best friend absolutely refuses to tell him, and she knows it's a big deal breaker, and he'll leave her and expose all the lies she told him about that one person, the fact that she was over him and stuff like that. I know it's not my place to tell him. And she generally seems happier. Like the relationship is going better now. That she's gotten her closure. But I don't know how to swallow the guilt and stand by her and her husband as the maid of honor, knowing what I know. Okay? So, that's it. Now, I'm going to get
Okay, so I'm confused. So, did the best friend sleep with her friend's husband? What happened? I don't get.
Okay, so let me put it into perspective, right? All right, me and you, we about to get married.
Gang shit.
Right?
Right.
And then your best friend knows that I had sex with my ex.
Ooh!
Before we got married. Okay. It was before the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But I had sex for closure. I told you I was going to the store, went and had sex with my ex.
All right.
For closure. We ended up
closure?
Yeah, right. We ended up getting married.
Okay.
Your best friend knows this. and feels guilty and wants to tell.
Okay,
you.
so why does the best friend know that?
Oh wait, I think it's their best friends. Oh yeah. So it's my best friend. Excuse me. It's my best friend that knows.
Okay, neat.
But my best friend wants to tell you because she feels like, what the fuck, you know?
No.
No what?
Don't tell him, because that's one. Why are all these removed, for one, and two, it says this start is locked by moderators r/red advice. New comments cannot be posted. Anyway, like, why? First of all, if it's not your place to tell them that.
Why not? What if y'all are all mutual friends though? Like, what if y'all all grew up together, or blah 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 blah? You know.
It's still not your place.
It is.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to tell them that.
Mm-hmm. Because then if you find out, and then find out that person knew the whole time, it's like, damn, so you saw me looking stupid and didn't say nothing?
I guess so.
Like, where does your loyalty lie at this point?
Tell me where your love lies. I don't know. That one didn't really make sense to me. I don't really understand it.
What do you mean?
Because, like, I don't know.
Okay. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you a personal example.
Right.
That's like if your mom cheats on Tommy.
Okay.
And your sister knows about it.
Okay.
Does she tell Tommy?
No.
That's the same situation though.
That's dumb. All right, next one.
Okay. My friend is always talking shit about women with no ass, and I'm starting to take it personal because I have a flat butt. Before I read the details, why does it matter what your friend thinks?
Because she's trying to...
Okay. I have a friend who has a big butt. She just naturally has a big butt, which is fine, but she's always laughing and putting down other women for having a flat butt. She'll be like, oh, she has no ass, implying that the woman is not attractive because she doesn't have a large butt. I think she just thinks she's implying that. She's also made comments about how no one in our friend group has an ass other than her. She's also made comments like, no offense, but you have no ass at me. I ignore it. Jesus, really, babe?
No.
I ignore her when this happens. I think it's fine for her to feel good and confident about her butt, but she's putting down people along with her, you know, and I find that irritating. One, tell her. That's like common sense. If you have a problem with something your friend is saying, just tell her. Be like, what's with you in the flat? Like, really? Like,
it sounds like an insecurity to me.
Oh, it is.
It sounds like a big insecurity on the other person's part. Because if you have such a problem with other people, like, what does her friend's butt look like? Yeah, to the point where she's saying, I don't like girls with flat ass. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Okay, so, like, first of all, one, she likes girls. She just come out and say that, like, you're a lesbian. Two, it shouldn't really matter. Yeah, the first comment right here.
Your ass is almost as large as your insecurity.
Right. That's like pure definition of what's going on. That just sounds like pure insecurity. Like the whole time.
But honestly, I feel like if it's that much of a problem, just don't be friends with her. Like, honestly. Like,
yeah, and at the same time, if it affects you that much, like, why even stick around for that person?
Exactly. Or just tell her to stop. Like address it. What's your problem? What's up? Why you always gotta flat ass? Like, what's it to you? If you don't have a flat ass, then what's it to you? You know. Okay. My fiance has been up for 3 days straight. I'm suspicious. Hey y'all. So basically, I would just like an outside opinion on this. My fiance has been up since Saturday morning. The last time he slept was Friday night, and as far as I know, the last time he has eaten was Friday dinner. It is now early Tuesday morning here. I'm suspicious that maybe he's doing on drugs. This isn't the first time he's done this. However, he's home the entire time. He just kind of zones out and works in the garage on vehicles for days and days at a time. He calls off work, looks like death, and doesn't eat or barely drink anything. I basically don't even see him unless I go out to the garage and talk to him. He's called off work so much that he's facing repercussions. He keeps saying, I'm taking the day so I can sleep, and then doesn't sleep. Just keeps working on his vehicles. Is this like maybe normal when someone is really into something like fixing a vehicle, or should I start looking for signs that he's doing drugs or something? If I ask him directly if he's on something, he reassures me that he's not. He is not the most truthful person in the world, so I'm not sure that I believe him. Any advice would be great. One, if you don't trust him, why even be with him? Because you just said he's not the most trustworthy person, the truthful person. So why are you even getting in? Why are you engaged to a guy that you know is a liar? Like, I don't.
I feel like one, does he have a history of drugs? And if not, he's depressed.
Could be.
That's it. Like, he's literally just depressed about something going on in his life. I feel like as a spouse, you should make efforts to figure out like what's actually going on instead of just assuming like, oh, he's on drugs and he doesn't talk to me. If you're not being in a relationship is 100%. Like, everybody has to be willing to do 100% of the effort. So if you're just sitting there watching him work on his car, literally, it just seems like he's just depressed or something happened and he wants to talk about it, but you're just assuming that he's on fucking drugs. Like, that's annoying.
I honestly feel like assuming someone is on drugs speaks to your character, because if you're with this person and you claim to love this person and you want to marry this person, but you're assuming that they're on drugs instead of just having a conversation with them, like, it's kind of like the only way assuming he was on drugs would be creditable is if he had done drugs before.
Right, that would be it.
Like, but if he's never done drugs and out of nowhere he's doing this, and you're like, maybe he's on drugs. Like,
right?
Where did you get that from? Like, you always
like if I start riding the bike like 2 times a week, like he's on drugs.
Like, I would never do that. Like, it's
there
like,
goes that crackhead again.
Right,
Like, what the fuck? Like,
excuse me?
It makes no sense.
Why is that the first thing you go to? Like, I go to depression or maybe just insomnia or something. I wouldn't go to.
Right. It's something like, I feel like there's something that happened that affected him, and you haven't actually went and asked him what was wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that can literally solve the whole situation. Just like, what's going on? Talk to me. Instead of, are you on drugs, Ricky?
Like, why does drugs? Like, that's the first. Really?
Like, what were y'all doing in the past?
Yeah,
like, how did y'all meet?
Were y'all
what I'm saying?
both on drugs at one point?
You were in the fucking corner, and he just walked up. Hey, can I hit that? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's how y'all met.
You on drugs again?
Okay.
Like, Jesus Christ. All right, my coworkers hate me. I am neurodivergent, and as a result, when growing up, I had a strong reaction to emotions. Is that the way I say you're an extreme pussy? The fuck? Anyway.
I don't know. I understand. I understand what they mean.
I'm sorry, but they make a name for everything. I could pick up a spoon and I'm a spoonologist. Like, really? Jesus Christ. Okay. People would say I was overreacting and having a tantrum, when in reality I was just overwhelmed with emotions, whether good or bad. So I trained myself to not feel emotions or show them. Then I got bullied for being emotionless. So now as an adult, I show mild, happy emotions, never negative. I started a new job about a month ago and everyone is lovely, and I thought we were getting on well, but I overheard them talking bad about me behind my back. I went to lunch, and when I came back, they were in the back room saying I was creepy and expressionless, and that I came across as always angry and mean. I was absolutely heartbroken because I really wanted to make friends. I don't have any and never really have. How can I fix this? My coworkers think I'm... Oh, okay. You care about people's opinions too much, for one. Because I feel like that's something that could have been not fixed. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the person. I'm just saying there's something that could have been addressed at a younger age. If they would have put you in therapy at a younger age, you wouldn't have had this problem as an adult. But the fact that you had to get all the way up to adulthood without having this having this thing addressed, and now you're still acting like it's a childish reaction, really. So if it would have been addressed earlier in life, you wouldn't be reacting like this. So
I feel like as a person that I am, who I've struggled a lot with like knowing how to convey emotions in my entire life, basically. So I completely understand what they mean when they say this, and it's literally something that you have to address with yourself. When you figure out what type of person that you want to be in your heart, you have to fully commit to being that person. Because even when we met, like I was still that I was basically just like an empty shell. I didn't really have any emotion because I had lived so long without expressing it or conveying it or knowing how to, that whenever I tried to like make friends or do something out of my comfort zone, I would just what's the word? I would just freeze up. And I wouldn't know how to express myself. So I know what they mean because I've been in that situation. But once you realize, okay, I want to be happy, all the fucking time, or I want to be mad all the time, or I want to be fucking sad all the time. Either way, you have to make a decision on how you want to feel as a person. And that's the only way that you're going to really get out of that situation of feeling that way. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I just feel like, Jesus, I don't know. I'm not even going to go into it.
It's kind of a hard topic to talk about.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Confess my love to a friend. Now I feel like a weirdo. I confess that I fell in love with a friend during our time in grad school. We graduated in 2020. We've always had a semi-close relationship, meaning that it was clear to most people outside of our relationship that we were close. But between us, things always seemed contentious. Sometimes she would let me in, but most of the time her guard was up with working against me. Sometimes she would indicate that she wanted to be close, and sometimes she would dismiss me like we weren't anything. Anyway, I confess that I've always felt strongly about her and realized that I think I just fell in love with her because she would make me feel strong emotions one way or another like no one else. She replied to my long text, "Thank you for being honest. I hope you find someone that can reciprocate that in energy. Take care." To me, knowing her, that sounded like a cold response followed by, "We are no longer friends or acquaintances." In my moment of complete vulnerability, I feel like she didn't really acknowledge any of my feelings and shut me down. It made me feel like a weirdo for telling her how I feel and like our relationship never really meant anything to her. It probably didn't. But at the same time, people react to different things different ways.
I feel like you're taking it in the wrong direction, and you should be very proud of yourself that you are able to express yourself in that way. Because a lot of people will keep that boxed up for a long time. The fact that you, for example, in the LGBT community, a lot of people have a hard time even coming out in general. So the fact that you had so much confidence in yourself to even come out and say, "I feel this way about you," even though she shut you down, whoop-de-doo, there's a fucking billion people on the goddamn planet. So it's better that you know who you are right now than get further down the line and you end up with somebody you don't want to be with at all. You see what I'm saying? Because that can easily happen. You can go down, you can find somebody, you say, "Okay, since I can't talk to this person about my emotions who I actually feel strongly about, this person's right here." You get down the line, it turns out to be a shitty relationship, and now half your life's fucked up because of that decision that you made to not tell that person how you felt about them. Babe.
I feel like you dodged a bullet because that could have been a whole waste of your time. I mean, it's better she be like that than act like she feels the same way and then eventually breaks up with you, That's how I feel.
All right, we're going to do one more, and this one looks juicy.
Juicy.
Probably not in a good way, but it's okay.
Okay. Wife cheated on me. Feeling trapped. My wife and I have been married 8 years, together for 12. Over Thanksgiving weekend, she went to a nearby city to stay with a friend she met online. Turns out she slept with him. We've been growing apart for some time, and she told me she didn't think I would care that she cheated on me since we've grown apart. Now she's pissed that I'm living in the basement with basically no interaction and no contact. She has been very mentally unstable for quite some time. The other night I told her I don't think I can make things work between us, and that's when the threats of suicide started. Jesus Christ. She sent very disturbing texts saying she would harm herself and our cats so I wouldn't have to take care of them after she's gone. I feel trapped because if I leave, she may harm herself. I feel like an asshole for saying this, but this is the main reason why I've stayed for so long. I felt responsible for keeping her alive, and it's been a heavy burden. She refuses to go to therapy, and I don't know what to do. I feel like she needs therapy before I tell her what I want and truly feel, because I don't want her going off the rails and doing something to herself. I've stonewalled her for a while now, and I know that's a horrible thing to do. I just don't like who I am with her anymore, and I've fallen out of love with her. She has changed me completely. I can't stand myself. I think my stonewalling her is just my unspoken resentment of her. I feel like I've wasted 12 years of my life and need to know how to move forward. Okay, one.
That's your fault.
That's toxic. Yeah, you need to get out of that situation. And you can't let people... How many movies have you seen when someone's like, if you leave me, I'll hurt myself. Like, bye, hurt yourself then. I'm leaving. Don't...
I want to say two things. One, you definitely need to go ahead and leave. And two, this is all your fault. I'm going to tell you why this is all your... Yes, it's all his fault.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Because what did I say earlier? You have to be willing to give 100% in your relationship.
He was.
No, he
So
wasn't.
cheated.
Because, okay, that's cool. But this is the thing, though.
Oh, never mind. He said they had been growing apart for some
Exactly.
years.
They've been growing apart for some
That
years.
doesn't mean he wasn't trying.
That's true.
Well, she the one who cheated.
That's true. That's 100% true. But
You could beat a head
think
to dead
about it
horse.
this way.
Could have been beaten to death.
Think about it this way. If you were to take just a little bit extra effort, I'm not victim blaming. I am victim blaming. Because as a man, I feel like you have to be willing to go the extra mile every single day for your spouse. If you wanted to make it work, if you don't want to make it work, which it seems like he doesn't now, leave. Like, that's it. That's all you have to do is leave.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like that because, oh, yo, we're both a little, I don't like that because I feel like, okay, yeah, a relationship is work, but I don't think a relationship should take that much effort. What I mean is, I don't think you should have to put that much effort into it. Like, if you have to try so hard to make this relationship work every day, it shouldn't be a relationship. Like, it's just supposed to. I'm not saying a relationship is easy as far as, you know, getting a house and da 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 da. I'm talking about it should come natural to want to love. Like, for you, it should be natural to want to love me.
Right.
It should be natural to want to do stuff for me. It should be natural to want to give me something to eat and make sure I eat and make sure I feel well and ask me how my day is. That shouldn't be something that you have to try hard to do.
Like, but that's
it's like
I understand
it
that.
shouldn't be like that.
But that's the thing. It shouldn't be hard for you, so why did you make it hard?
But he didn't. It wasn't. It's two in a relationship. It's two. One person not doing one thing can wait. Like, it's a scale. One person not doing one thing can make it go like this, and it's both of their fault. Because I mean, he should have left already. He should have addressed that they were growing apart before she cheated. She shouldn't have cheated. Like, it's a whole bunch of wrongs on both parts. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to try so hard in a relationship every day to make it work. If it's not working, it's just not working.
Okay.
Like, if it's not working, like, if I had to force myself to text you good morning, if I had to force myself to look you in the eye every day, like, to force myself to tell you I love you, like, I'm not doing that. That would be me trying, and it would work, and it would last. But it shouldn't be like certain things are supposed to come naturally.
All right.
Like, being in a relationship is supposed to be natural. It's not supposed to be forced. Like, you shouldn't have to. I mean, of course we try. We put effort into things like going on dates and making sure it's somewhere special, you know, stuff like that. But I'm talking about the initial feelings and the initial caring and stuff should come naturally. So in that case, they just trying to beat a dead horse.
Okay, let's just say they both fucked up. How about that? Great.
Yeah, they did.
All right. Anyway, that's the end of this video. We'll be back probably, I don't know, sooner than you think. Anyway, until next time.